Up next, though, the nice guy of tennis talks exclusively with the nice guy of Sunrise, Mark Beretta.
Hello, this is Roger Federer. I'm coming up right after the break here on Sunrise.
Roger Federer is not only the best tennis player in the world.
Spit it out.
He's also known as one of the nicest guys in sport. Our Mark Beretta was lucky enough to meet him yesterday.
Oh, don't tell Nat. She watches Roger. She quite likes Roger. Anyway, Barrett's and Roger sat down for some one-on-one time. Take a look.
Well, Roger Federer, welcome back to Sunrise. You described this Australian Open as the happy Open, and let's face it, it's been a joy for you so far.
Absolutely. I'm very happy to, these are my first 2 real competitive matches of the season, but, to come out and right away win in straight sets 2 matches, it's great, And I actually call it the Happy Slam because, it's kind of the first almost real tournament of the season. Everybody's happy to see each other again and, saying Happy New Year, all the best and everything. By the end of the season, everybody's like, oh, I need a break and everything. So I really think this is like a real happy Grand Slam or a happy tournament, and that's where it all came from.
I mean, for all you've achieved in your career, do you still get that drive to compete and that excitement about playing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit different now because I'm such a huge favourite, so you go into the match a bit different. By now, I've started to relax much more before a tournament or before a match. I don't get so nervous anymore, but I do get nervous on the court or, before a real big match like a finals or something.
I reckon every kid watching this and every tennis fan will be going, wow, Roger Federer gets nervous.
Well, absolutely. I mean, facing break points, facing, tough moments in a match, that will never stop because that's just how sport is.
Are you a different person when you step onto the tennis court?
No. You could make jokes with me even on the tennis court. You could do anything. I'm not so focused like I look like. I'm pretty open with my mind. Of course, tennis is the priority at this point. But the moment I walk on and walk off, I'm the same guy. Yeah.
I think all sports lovers really enjoyed that moment that you had with Rod Laver when you met Rod, and you could just tell that it was a special time for you.
Well, very much so. It was a big honour, especially on his court, Rod Laver Arena. And then receiving a trophy from him, I didn't think it's going to be that emotional, actually. And then all of a sudden I come up on the podium and, fans are all standing up, standing ovation. And I realized this is actually, more than I was hoping for. Got the trophy and it just collapsed, really. It was great looking back, I think.
And then, last but not least, I would like to thank Rod Laver for a trophy.
You have a very busy schedule. Does Mika help you in just trying to get things organised, and does she keep you on track? Is she the boss?
Oh, the boss, I don't know, the women's are always the bosses,
exactly.
So we know that, but no, I mean, she's great help for me. She handles all the media requests that come in, but when I'm not playing, trying to arrange the scheduling, this is where then she comes in she's very involved then, because it's also her life at the same time, so we always have to find the right balance.
Would you like to have kids?
I mean, I think eventually, yes. I see now more and more kids around on tour, more players have them, and it's very nice, to see them running around and everything.
I've got to ask you about this fantastic guy. This is the UNICEF bear. Now, the UNICEF bear is, and I was just reading the release, is in your likeness. Actually, that's striking, isn't it, when you look at him?
Yeah, we're twins.
He's spitting image.
Same nose. No.
But this is a good thing. You do so much work for charity, which is fantastic. You've got your own foundation. Just tell us about that and what you're doing with that.
Yeah, I started with the Roger Foundation like 3 years ago. Inspiration came through my mom. She's from South Africa, and there's a lot of poverty as well in South Africa. And I always thought I wanted to support children because they're our future. So I started with that. Well, now I became UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. Internationally, the first Swiss to ever become that. So it was a big honor for me. And this is an initiative now I launched here in Australia. People to buy the Federer bear. You won't get this size of him.
But you can get this one.
But the small guy, he looks very small now when he's next to this big guy. But this one costs $10.95, and you can buy him over the internet, and unicef.com, and then also through a number maybe you could give out. So it's just great to, raise awareness, create money for the children who really need it. So I'm just happy to be a part of this.
It's a great thing. Roger, great to have your likeness here, and great to see you, mate. All the best for the Open.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Oh, Barrett's, what an absolutely lovely guy.
I've got to say, probably the biggest thrill of my career was spending that time with Roger yesterday. And just the fact that he is such a generous and genuine guy. You know, what you see is really what you get. It's not as though we switch off the camera and he storms out of the room. He stuck around, he had a good chat with us all, and look, he's just a very pleasant guy to be around. He's just in that space at the moment where he's really successful on the court, he's got his life organised off the court, and he's just really comfortable with life. An amazing guy. I mean, 45 career wins now, 9 Grand Slam titles, almost $50 million Australian in prize money alone. So,
wow. And don't forget the cow. The cow that he won a couple of years back at the when he won the US Open.
Exactly right. Well, the cow's still around somewhere, but the good thing too for Roger is he's really got a soft spot for Australia. He came here as a 14-year-old. His mum's South African and his dad is Swiss, and they came here on a holiday, and ever since he's been fascinated by Australia. So he loves coming here. His mum and dad still get to see him now and then. They're not there all the time, but they get to see him when he's playing in Europe, and his sister comes along and as well and has a look. But
isn't that great?
Just very, very, very well balanced. And of course, the Federer is available online. We'll whack the details on our website as well, so you can catch up with that. But look, if you've got to buy a present for a niece or nephew or a son or daughter or a grandson or granddaughter, it's a great one, $10.95, and the proceeds go towards Roger's Foundation and helping underprivileged kids around the world, either poverty, education, or those being abused in some way. So it's a great thing. Do it.
All right, we'll do.
Okay, Bruce, thank you for that. Catch you shortly.